Know why? The birds are all tweeting. Dogs, maybe cats as well. You know why? They sense it before we do. So it's called a P wave, primary wave, and it's travelling, or has just. It's just travelled at the speed of sound, and that's why all the dogs, animals, cats, meow, birds, they're all saying, alerting us. There's an earthquake coming. There's a seismic wave behind that primary wave, and it's only seconds now until it reaches.
Max? Hey. I found the trouble. I guess the earthquake busted the conduit and it's flooded the bottom of the shaft.
See, even magic senses it.
Max? Hey. I found the trouble. I guess the earthquake busted the conduit and it's flooded the bottom of the shaft.
See, even magic's going crazy. No, he's after flipping it. I can feel this floor, concrete floor, just shimmering. I need one of those mussets, so I'm thinking about getting one of them. But I could use the phone because it's got one of those things on it, but I can't, do it video thing. I have to do a different video with a camera, the other camera. It's very low level. Yeah, it's below the so there's plenty of headroom in front, above. Screen base, center, left, right. I'm not using the 5 screen at the moment. So I got it set up a little bit different at the moment. Oh, that was a scary sound magic was making. Anyway, it's kind of like sensurround on the smaller dB scale. Damn. I mean, the subs will go easily up to 120 and just a fraction over of that. But I'd rather keep it at a different level. I've still got to do a little other tuning over the HF horns. I've got a certain filter and level, gain level, to put on amplifier level, put on back on, and then some tuning so I don't get too much noise. That noise, SNR. So I get signal in, but don't get much noise. Oh, what's the bird looking for? so I can't mute it on and off. I can hear the difference easily and feel the difference. Yeah, it's actions like the you know, you only get these kind of simulation, they call them hydraulic sort of hydraulic simulations as such. You know, if you can have something like making the ground move, the floor move. It's incredible model work, all this. Well, I find this, when it cuts to the inside of the building, I find it very disturbing. You know, all the panic, and you know you're up many floors, and you know it's unsafe. Pause the sound there. Oh, God, I can feel a sonic wave going through the room. I shouldn't really do it that way. I should fade it. Oh, let's turn the fader down. Turn the fader down. Turn the fader down. There. You shouldn't be that close. Crikey. Sensor bear. He wants to get near the blooming action. Is he crazy? Come on, come away. Otherwise you'll get tinnitus. Come on. Psst. No, this is out of bounds. You don't go over that bound. I need to put a fence over here, really. Come on, bear. Come on. Psst. Come on. Psst. I'm trying to go in there listening to the sensor bear. Yeah. I wouldn't even be that bloody close. Back here a little bit's okay. Crikey, those things will be, even the SBL it's putting out at the moment, a little bit up close nearer, they're going to be putting out a lot more SBL. Wow. Holy shit balls. Quite a bit of deep over the screen channels, and then it cuts back into the sensurround LFE. Now cuts back in. And you think, God, you think it was over, sort of thing, you know. But you know, this is my other point with, would you actually hear it? Because where the camera is kind of positioning and such, would you hear it airborne outside? You know, I mean, at the levels, frequency SPL levels, they say, you know, movies don't often get it right, you know. Otherwise, you could have a proportion of it, kind of like an airborne rumble sound, but not that you would, I say, guess feel. And the rest of it would have to be done through special designing base management crossover systems, and designing, at least for myself, that is. For anyone else that hasn't even seen this movie in sensurround, probably are not going to have even the first clue where to start. They think, oh yeah, I've got home theatre, I've got sub bass, I've got 50 sub bass speakers in my room. Oh, yeah, okay. I've only got a few, and depending on how they're placed, and You know, every room's going to have a frequency dip, nulls, and all that. You know, but it's having, say, like a very special type wooden floor. Having a special floor, very specially designed for the bass shakers specifically. One, you don't want buzzing rattle sounds. You want to feel a low an energy, as well as having experience with bass shakers myself and tested them in many ways. Placed them against my chin, even my forehead. I think just my chin. Just by playing sine wave tone and feeling the energy, holding it in my hand, so to speak, and feeling the energy. Because when it's bass shakers are attached, coupled to any surfacings, they have to be done correctly. It's not a case of just fit it there, turn some music on, movie, and then, oh yeah, I feel. It's a lot more. It's a lot more besides that. It takes using a voltmeter, test equipment to make sure, because you can easily destroy a bass shaker without any proper experience use with them. Because at first I knew these things were going to be very tricky when I even had the little pucks. I've got a little puck here. I originally had these, the little puck just tied to the seat spring cushion in the seats, and played the first movie I played, Earthquake. I played it twice, the 10-minute big one sequence, and I couldn't sit down or afterwards. It made my buttocks, my arse feel tingly, just same way as you would have using a high-powered drill, road drilling or such, any of that for very long duration, and your fingers feel, they feel very strange afterwards. And you know that too much of that over years, it's not usually recoverable, because you have difficulty, so to speak. So it's like you gotta have some experience. You gotta know how a bass shaker should sound. It should be almost as quiet as possible, but when it's attached to certain things, it is going to resonate. It's going to make some sort of resonant noise, whether it be internally on the bass shaker or on the type of seating. Cinema seats are very awkward to do it on. How they're coupled, that is, because they're all coupled, and if it was a sofa, it's a wooden spine, wooden frame, it's wood, and probably wouldn't get too many snags with it. I never had my bass shakers fitted to a sofa, so it probably would work very bad. It would probably work better. I've had something close, similar to a bass shake, and that's just free air with a bass speaker, a bass sub-bass speaker, free air with the magnet against the down the wooden frame on the back of the sofa, and it can do a vibration pretty effectively, actually. So you gotta have the experience, otherwise you'll just damage the bass shaker like that. And testing it with sine wave tone should only be done for a very short duration. Play a sine wave tone too long on the same frequency at high level, a voice coil, you put your hand on it, you can feel the temperature getting warm. But when it's operating normally and under a certain voltage level, because it can only move so far, it's only like a speaker, but in a seal and then attached, and you just feel the vibrations, and how many frequencies it can actually do, I don't know, that's kind of tricky, really. a little bit more research, I think, because at some frequencies, I think, you know, it's not going to be able to do every frequency that's going to be playing. The only way is it's very easy to do by playing multi sine wave tones. So, you know, you got one tone at 20, one tone at 30, one at 50, one at 80, one at 100. Play a multi-tone on using the REM and use multi-tone. Sometimes you can generate customized multi-tones, but you have to open a few REWs. So then you've got a sine wave generator playing that tone, that tone, and that tone, and that tone. Because multi-tone plays a series, and then you can change the decade and such. You can change that. You can also change the frequency range, you know, by using the, you know, but it still be playing random frequencies at one for wide kind of range, or wide range, I think, and some at narrow, or some like because you can see the tones on the RTA appearing, and you know what tones are being generated, and then you can feel like, can I feel that tone? Bit difficult to say unless you do each tone separately and then turn the generator on and off on the other tones, and then you know, all right, right, gotcha. Yeah.
No, I told you to leave that alone. The city's gonna need every drop of water they can get. There are dozens of fires down here already.
If this dam busts, there won't be nothing between here and Wilshire Boulevard left to burn.
The quake may have broken something inside.